While the majority of American families probably use propane or some other hands-off heating source for their homes, a lot of people still use wood stoves or wood heaters, fired by wood, to warm their houses in the winter. Now, I know most families only use fire for bonfires or something like that, but it's important to have and know how to stack wood and keep storage just in case of emergency, whether it's a winter storm or your fuel system is cut off for a little while and you lose power. It's just good to have a backup plan when it comes to heating your home. So today I'm going to teach you how to stack wood. My name's Kevin Harris. I want to show you proper wood storage. I've been putting up wood since I was a little kid, so I know what I'm doing. My dad has taught me everything he knows, and I'm going to share some of that with you now. So your first step is to create a good place to keep your wood, a good dry place, preferably elevated. What we do is we take cinder blocks and then we lay thicker planks across so that we can get the wood off the ground, out of the wet, and it'll dry faster. Preferably you have a shelter over top. If you can't, that's okay. A tarp is good, or you just make sure that you stack your wood bark up. That means that the side that the bark is on, this isn't a good piece, that the side that the bark is on is up. It sheds water. Bark sheds water. Wood does not. It catches it, holds it in, takes longer to cure, which means to dry, and you won't have dry wood for firing. So your first step is that, get it elevated, get into a good spot. Your second step is to stack the wood long ways, like sardines in a can, across. You want your hardier pieces on bottom if you can, and save smaller pieces for fill-ins and stuff like that. Your next step is to make the ends different, and I'm going to have Rosie come over. Make the ends different than the rest of the pile. They need to be ramps so that you're using gravity to your advantage. As your pile gets higher and you take wood off of it, I'm sure everybody's experienced a pile avalanche off to the side or towards you or whatever, and it's very frustrating. The wood gets on the ground and it gets wet, and then it's not dry anymore. So what you want to do is make the ends ramped so that when you put wood on them, they're pushing in towards the pile. So I can take right out of the middle of the pile, and any kind of avalanche that happens comes into the middle of the pile, and you kept the shape of your stack, which is very good. The next step is that as you're going up, and this is often forgot, in height with your stack, you want to keep uniformity. Some pieces are shaped differently. So this is a very good example. This one's skinnier on this end and fatter on this end. So if you lay this piece down, let's say this stack is actually on a hill a little bit. So I would take the fatter end and put it closer to me to compensate for the curvature. Or if it was just on flat, I would put it down, keep a note of it, and then try to find another oblong shaped piece, flip it around, and stack it right on top. This keeps your shape of your pile as you're going up. You don't have a leaner one way or the other, which can be very dangerous. Big heavy pile of wood coming down on you is not a good thing. As your stacks become stacks, you'll want to leave a pathway to the very first pile. So this is going to get higher than you, and then you're going to make another one higher than you, and you're going to need a path to get packed to that first pile so you can get the driest, most cured wood and not be using wet wood before it's time. Wood takes about 3 to 6 months to cure, so it's a bad idea to burn it before then. You'll end up with whitish smoke. It'll be hard to light. It won't be very hot. All these things just telling you to wait. Then your last step is just to wait. Don't burn it too soon, and you should be good. Always, always, always wear gloves. If you're splitting wood, try to wear safety goggles if you can. The wood will fly. Sometimes handles break and stuff like that. But yeah, so to summarize, get your pile off the ground. Get it on a makeshift elevated system. Try to get it under shelter. Stack it so the bark side is facing up, especially if you're outside. Keep the pile's form as it goes up. Make sure the ends are ramps so that the gravity works for you. Leave a path to the very back so that you're not burning wet wood when you could save it. And yeah, just be safe as you stack. I hope this makes you feel more confident in wood storage. I hope these skills and tips will make you a more valuable person in the case of an emergency. And I hope that everybody stays safe and has a great day.